You don't see vents. Like literally, you just look at, like this is a concept thing because there are no vents that you can see. There's no lever, there's nothing. But the dashboard has this little slab of fabric running across it, right? And it's this gray fabric on this car. Smart. The vents are hidden inside. For one on the passenger side, one on the driver's side, and that's it. Now that is also controlled through the screen. So again, right?
So even redirecting where the vent points is in the screen?
So you remember I think it was
BYD?
the seal. It was
Seal,
the
I
seal
think.
no, not the seal, and it was in the seal.
Seal. I said seal.
Yeah, sorry. So it was in the seal that we saw this. Now you know where they also must have got influence. I don't know who did it first, but it seems like that the influence came from him, right? So those motorized vents where they can sway this way and that and all. So now using this was far easier than I thought.
Okay.
Right? And this is where you feel the difference and how Tesla would have tripped everybody up. If car makers were intimidated with Tesla for the hardware that they created, I think in the long term, what should really frighten people is the software that they made.
Yeah.
Because this experience, and for me, where I'm just like, I don't want to use a screen, like within half an hour.
You knew everything.
I knew everything.
Yeah.
I knew where was what. Even if I didn't know where something was, I knew where I'd be able to find it.
Yeah.
It was like that.
Yeah. So the biggest problem with things becoming more and more software is how you would interact with that software. And more importantly, how does the software engineer who's building it, how does he understand what would be the most natural way for you to interact with it? Yeah. Right? The reason why we prefer buttons is because you can build a memory of where that button is, and then you never really need to look at that button again. Right? So the first time I think Bajaj came out with backlit switch gear on motorcycles, I swear I fell off a chair laughing.
Okay.
Because after the second day on a motorcycle, any motorcycle, why would you look down?
Okay. It could.
Right? And today's motorcycles, which have gained more stuff on each switch cube and there's more stuff going on. Okay, so you look at it for 4 days. And then if you have to look down, somebody's made a mistake. Right? I can understand a backlit key ignition slot, because in the night putting in the key exactly, you might need help. But if you have to see a lit button that says high beam is there or something, you're not riding well enough. And it's that UI UX design that trips software up. I mean, we built the MotorInc app. We built it from zero for ourselves. And how much time did we spend saying, if I scroll like this, what am I expecting to see next? And can I put that thing there rather than some random thing appearing, right? I'm telling you, we're making mistakes still. On the Discovery homepage today, we have, I think, 14 videos of our recent in the top scroll bar. But there is a glitch that is currently being resolved, where the first time it shows you the newest video, but the next time it shows you the 4th video. So you scroll 3 left to see the new one and go the other way to see the other 10, right? And it annoys me because I know this is a user journey error, as it were. And what I really enjoyed about Teslas, I've been in 1, 2, 3, 4 Teslas so far, driven 2 of those and been driven in the other 2, is whenever I see the driver interacting with the screen, the controls are large. The menus are laid out in a thing where, as he said, you can predict what the next one will be and you have a sense of where the journey will go. And if you can design software to be that kind of intuitive, then the fact that it is on a screen isn't that critical a problem.
And like, one of the things was, first things, of course, right? Drive select being on the screen. This is really stupid. I was used to it so quickly. And in this regard, it's also the non-software things. It's like where they chose to position it and how they chose to execute it. Like the drive select is basically you have to swipe the car. There's a small car top view and you have to swipe it up, which is to go forward, and swipe it down for it to go reverse.
And this way? It will go sideways, crab like this?
Not this one. So intuitively it makes sense, right? And then when you want to park, it says tap to park. And you tap and it parks, right? The small thing is that it could have been a swipe this way or that, but it's not. It's this way, which is again natural for you, right? The other thing in that is the distance, that screen, how far I ended up sitting from it. And it was uncanny because the bottom right corner is just right. And that is the main button that you want to hit for accessing everything else. It's like a small car icon.
Right.
And that gives you access to all the car controls and everything else that you'll get to. So that's always accessible and you can so easily get to stuff quickly. And that was funny. Like you could get to stuff you didn't know was there and in some time you're just used to it. And that was really cool because of these things, not just the software part of it working well, how well they've positioned things physically from you as you're going to interact with them, right? Without any need for it to twist and turn and any of that stuff, right? So the screen very quickly, I realized, was working.
And it became an important part of the experience to you.
Yeah, for sure. Because any modern car where you are being forced to use more of the screen to do stuff, you have to resort to one thing to make your life better, and that is wireless smartphone connectivity.
Correct.
Right? Tesla doesn't offer smartphone connectivity.
Okay.
I first thought, okay, it doesn't have wireless. So I took out my cable and I plugged the phone in. No. There is no smartphone connectivity.
Okay.
They say this is our ecosystem. We'd like you to experience our ecosystem. This is our...
So for 60 lakhs, you can't get CarPlay in your car?
No. But that screen is natively integrated with a navigation system.
Yeah.
Right?
And the map looks beautiful in that size, huh?
It's Google Maps.
Yeah.
With a skin on top of it. I'm not sure what skin, but it's like how I would have thought that Apple would do maps. Like this very minimalized and very cold kind of feel to it, right?
Yeah.
And by the end of the day, had I thought again, not end of the day, within the next hour of driving the car, had I even thought about not having Apple CarPlay? No. Does it have voice commands? Yes, it does. Do you have to say, "Hey, Tesla"? No, you don't. There's a button on the steering wheel. You press that, it starts. And I had to call Aditya Panikar, my colleague. And I thought that, no way in hell. And you speak to it and it went in all directions. Like you can see the translation happening there. It's Etiga something. But it always called Aditya. It always called Aditya without...
So it understood, but it couldn't pronounce.
It spelled it all out wherever, but it said that, he wants to call Aditya.
Nice.
Every time.
Yeah, so you'll realize this if you play with this a little bit. The more syllables there are in words, most voice recognition systems get those right, even if they can't pronounce it back to you. But you say simple words like mom, dad, single syllable words, that's when the confusion starts, because I think it's like it can't figure out
the pattern.
What row the syllables need to go into the search.
So that was the other thing that I realized, that, hey man, this is that nonsense of saying, hey Tesla. And by default I was like, hey Tesla. They were like, hey Tesla. I was like, okay, nothing. I went with the voice.
So how does a passenger activate the system if they need to, or they can't? Like they want to change the song or whatever.
I guess not.
Kartikeya, press the button.
Use the massive screen.
Kartikeya, press the button.
No, so they have controls at the back. So if you're sitting at the back, that 8-inch screen has controls for, you can access music and stuff like that from there also. So you have full control for that. And the thing, as an iPhone user, there are certain apps that I use all the time. So let's say music, podcasts, those apps are available.
So you just sign into your account on the car. You just sign in,
you scan the QR code, it links your account, and done. You're through. So it was fairly simple. I did I did log into my account on the car just to test it out. And I was, I think, done in 2 minutes.
So somebody's enjoying some really classy podcasts and music selections.
I did forget to sign out of the car.
No, you can, I think, do it from the phone where you can go and sign out of other devices.
So anyway, we had to test that out. And on the topic of sound system, the sound system has a nice surround effect to it. It has good clarity for the most part, but is it a full sounding system? Does it feel really rich and complete when you dial the volume up? No, it's still not that kind of a system where you just go, wow. You'll say, yeah, it's nice, right? So that's the sound system part of it.
That is a clip from MotorInc.
And what that means is if you'd like to see more of these, you can do two things. One is stay on this channel, subscribe and watch more, or you can come to the main MotorInc channel where you'll find a much longer video that discusses this idea in a lot more detail.